Hello everyone, Gaara here. Blizzard just came out with the brand new patch notes for the upcoming patch, which will come live tomorrow. Patch 18.6.11. So this patch contains a lot of balance changes for duels and for Hearthstone Battlegrounds. So this is completely unexpected once again, and I'm super excited about these upcoming changes. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So, like I said, tomorrow the patch should come live, which is usually around between 7 and 8 p.m. Central European time. You can convert into your time zone, yeah, whenever that is or wherever that is. So I'm gonna skip over the duels changes because I'm not playing duels right now. I'm mostly playing battlegrounds and I'm focusing on battlegrounds. So I'm pretty sure these are all amazing duels changes as well. So this is the first update. Nefarin has been removed from the battlegrounds pool. Um, I completely agree with that. I really like it. It's very difficult to change Nefarian. Maybe make his hero power to 0. It's very similar to Bartender. Bartender is just like a worse version of other existing ramp heroes. So, and if you change Bartender, he's either like just a copy of another hero, and yeah, then why do you need two times the same hero like another Omo in the game? So they might bring back Nefarin in the future. Maybe it's too OP. Yeah, it seems too strong in the early game, especially to have a 0 mana hero power. So maybe you guys have some nice ideas how you could change Nefarin without making him broken, and bring him back in the future. But for now, they decided to remove him, which I like. So you have like one less bad hero in the pool. Super awesome. The first change is for Queen Togwaggle, or Walk Toggle. They changed the buff from unique unit types, from +2 attack to +2/+1. Basically an enforcer for non-minion tribes. Um, it's probably still not good enough, but very interesting to try it out. I really like the buffs of the super weak heroes, just to see if it's gonna be good enough. Like Patchwork, for example, that +5 HP. I really like that change. Patchwork was, in my opinion, one of the worst heroes in the game, if not the worst hero. And now he seems like definitely more playable. And this could also be just barely enough. This is like in the current enforcer, might be good enough, but definitely great. You know, because this hero is obviously too weak. He has like I think the lowest win rate out of any hero in Battlegrounds. And just to get a nice buff and see if it's good enough, absolutely like this. And obviously you don't want to make it too strong. Let's say you buff it to +2/+2, then it will probably be broken, and we don't want either. So it's just like an attempt to balance the hero and make it more playable. Kirita, the miniaturist, old starter game with a 1/1 amalgam with all minion types, new starter game with 1/2 amalgam with all minion types. So another nice buff. Curator also one of the bottom tier heroes right now. If you just compare him to Rafam, if Curator faces Rafam early, he presses the hero power 1, steals your token, and then Rafam basically has a Curator in one turn, or Tess, for example. So definitely underpowered hero right now. Uh, Buffing the minion to a +1/+2 makes the early game way stronger for sure. And yeah, definitely, I don't know if he's gonna be playable similar to Borg Toggle, but buffing the weak heroes is definitely a big plus in my book. Just to see more heroes, more diversity across the board. It's definitely a big thumbs up. I like it a lot. Hook Task. Trash for treasure. Old cost 0, remove a friendly minion, get a random one from a Taventia lower. New cost 1, remove a friendly minion, discover a random one from Taventia lower. That's also a very interesting change. I'm playing like right now in these between 12 and 13k MMR lobbies, and I see already a lot of people play Hook Task. I also play Hook Task quite often, just because if you get, let's say, the Tidehunter opener, or like the Beast tokens, you can transform the Ellicats. You can transform it and get like multiple one cost units of like a higher power level, and then you have like stronger boards early, and then you play mid game, late game, similar to other heroes. So it's not like unplayable, but it's definitely not one of the better heroes. And changing the hero power is definitely a big change. Zero mana hero powers feel very strong, besides the Maligos one. So it's a very interesting change. I don't know how good this is gonna be, because if it would be the same mana cost, I would say this is very, very good. But the hero power costing mana definitely affects the playstyle, so he might actually be worse than before, to be honest. So I'm not sure if I like this change. We will see in the actual games. Red King, nice buff to Red King. Again, they changed the hero power from +1/+2 to +2/+2. +2/+2 is actually insane. So if you high roll with Red King is now even more high roll. So you can just get the absolute insane nuts early and crush everyone. So, but yeah, that's the risk you take by playing Red King. You can also just, not hit the minions and then get crushed. So another buff for one of the weaker heroes will definitely put them into more playable range. Well, just a buff, so definitely will increase the win rate and see more playability. Rakanishu. Old, give a random friendly minion stats equal to your Tavern tier. New, give a friendly minion stats equal to your Tavern tier. Targeted. That's a crazy change. I already played Rakanishu. I think it was a little bit underrated. I always looked at this as a little bit as a poor man's Ragnaros. As soon as you are Tavern tier 3 to 4, you get pretty nice value for your hero power. But damn, now that you can target, that's insane. I think Rakanishu will be a top tier hero. I will definitely pick this hero a lot. I mean, it's much better. He was still like one of the like mid-tier, lower mid-tier heroes, but now it's definitely a very good hero in my opinion. You can have very different playstyles. The curve is always very nice. Like having good hero powers that cost mana is very nice for the turn 3. So if you don't have the token opener, so you're not like screwed from the start. So you can go for like a nice play regardless, and that's why I like these type of heroes. And this is gonna be very, very strong. And yeah, looking forward to having another good hero in the pool. George the Fallen. Wow, they changed the hero power again from 3 mana to 2 mana. Before it was 4 mana, now they went down to 3 mana, now they went down to 2 mana. So basically you can do 2 times the hero power from the original one. That's a huge buff again. Yeah, very strong, very strong. Like George is right on the verge to being like pretty decent hero, but now this is a big change. Especially on like turn 3 again, like I said, 2 mana hero power. Like you can put a Divine Shield on the very first minion. Let's say you have a Demon start, whatever, you get the Weaver, and we will talk about Weaver in a bit because they buff Weaver too, and then you can immediately give a Divine Shield very early. It's very, very strong. Will George be a top tier hero? It's tough to say like if this is enough, but it could be very well. It's a very strong effect for a relatively low mana cost. Very low mana cost. It's cheaper than buying a minion, so damn strong. I like it. Ysera, and especially with Nefarian rotating out, so there's like no hero counter as well. Ysera, Dream Portal, old, at the start of your turn, add a random Bob's Tavern. At a Dragon to Bob's Tavern, new Bob's always offers an extra dragon whenever the Tavern refreshes. Crazy, so every time you refresh, you get a guaranteed dragon and an additional minion in the warband. That's insane. So Ysera will be actually a dragon hero now. Before it was like super RNG, it's just like one extra random dragon, which could be of all Tavern tiers. Very, very RNG, didn't feel strong. But now this is a huge buff to Ysera. Another weak hero that gets like a very nice buff will also be playable. Amazing, I love it. Another hero here, the great Akazam Zarak. Old cost 2, new cost 1. So his hero power is now, you can always spam the secrets. It has like almost no, yeah, you will always have 1 extra mana to squeeze out the secret. I feel like he's already like a pretty mid-tier hero. Now he could be another like a top tier hero, because if you can just hero pop every turn, that's insane. Because a lot of the secrets are very, very good for combat. So damn, huge change. This is insane. Another hero, that will be playable. And this Galacront, old costs 1, new costs 0. That's insane too. Like now you can always go for the tier 6 high roll, but you can always use the hero power every turn at every stage of the game. That's a huge buff for Galacront. Yeah, really insane buff. Galacront might go from bottom tier to high tier as well. It's tough to say like who's gonna be top tier, because if you buff so many champions by so much, it could be like this huge pack of like strong heroes. I love it, man. This is a lot of heroes that get buffed, and oh, we're not even done yet. Tess also gets buffed. Old refresh Bob's Tavern with minions from your last opponent's warband. New refresh Bob's Tavern with your last opponent's warband. So basically, you get all warband guaranteed without RNG. That was like the only downside of Tess, that you had to upgrade your tavern to get more units from the opponent's tavern, because it was limited to your tavern tier. So if you were tavern tier 4, if you were tavern tier 3, no, if you were tavern tier 2, for example, you could only get 4 minions max from your opponent's warband, and the higher you went into tavern tier, the more units you got from your opponent's warband. But now you get guaranteed the entire warband. It's not RNG. That's insane. Like, Tess was already like a top tier hero. Now she's even better. So crazy changes, huge buffs to a lot of heroes. This will definitely put more diversity in the games. We already have a lot of diversity, but now you will see even more different heroes being playable. It's amazing. I love these changes. It's really good. The only one I'm not sure about is the hook task one. So, and yeah, we're not even done yet. Elite Starseeker lead, the recruitment map costs now 2 down from 3. Also a huge buff. I think Elise was already a playable hero, obviously not a top tier hero, but a playable hero. And now the recruitment map costing only 2. That's a huge buff for her too, because now you can power level to 6 and get a very fast tier 6 recruitment map and a fast tier 5 recruitment map. Huge buff, huge buff. Mana cost is a huge deal in this game. Like, changing a hero power by 1 mana cost it's a crazy big deal. So huge buff for Elise too. She might be a top tier hero now. And Lord Varov as well. Friendly Wager now gives you gold back on ties, 1 gold refunded. And that was my main reason why I didn't vote or rated him high, because of the draw. If you get the draw, you basically lose gold. That's really bad. But now you get the refund. Huge buff for Lord Varov as well. A ton of heroes, like 10 heroes get a huge buff. This will change Battlegrounds experience a lot. You will see a lot more diversity in the individual games. I really love it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm already having so much fun playing Battlegrounds, but this makes it even more exciting. Battlegrounds minion updates. Elemental will no longer be a minion type in every match. Yay! I love it. I got sick and tired of elementals every game, because 40%, more than 40% of the end compositions, winning end composition, were elementals. So basically every game was like rushing to elementals. And we have that now for 3+ weeks. Or 4 weeks even. Just, it's too much. So I'm very happy that they're finally rotating out. Ref Weaver, old attack, 1 health, new 1 attack, 3 health. Huge buff. So everybody's complaining about demons being too weak. I love it. Now finally demons are gonna win fights again in the early game. You know, demons were very frustrating to play, because demons are more like I see it as a mid-game comp, you know, not a game-winning comp, but a mid-game comp. I liked that playstyle a lot, like the max and the demons that are strong in the mid game but fall off in the end game. I don't mind that, because in Battlegrounds it's good enough to get 3rd place and 2nd place or 4th place. You don't have to win, so it's like a different playstyle. But the problem with the current demons are you take a lot of self damage to be strong early, but you still lose early game against the good heroes like Alakir, Yogg-Saron, Millhouse, and so forth. So it's just like pretty sad. But now Reaver being a 1/3 at the start is huge buff. I love it. I think demons needed a buff, and that's a crazy good buff. Ogre, they changed Ogre from a tier 3 to a tier 2. I like it. Felt pretty weak for a tier 3 unit. Now this is like a pretty premium pickup. 2/5, 2-cost unit is huge. It's huge starting stats. Also pretty nice effect for pirate synergy. I like it. Like, now you have like more pirates you can pick up on turn 2. I think this was like one of the problems with pirates. So many of the pirates were stuck on tier 5 for some reason. So scaling into pirates is very awkward. Usually you start pirates similar to dragons with the T6 units, and then you want to toss in a couple pirates. And yeah, it's just an awkward playstyle and overall too weak. Now you have like not just the buff pirate for 2 cost. I don't know what his name is, but now you have, similar to Murlocs, like 2 premium tier 2 pirates that you can buy just to be able to scale into pirates. I really like it. Also, obviously adjusting the stats a little bit. Iron Sensei, thank God. I play a lot of mechs, and it is triggering me to see Iron Sensei as a tier 4 unit, because it definitely doesn't have the power level of a tier 4 unit. The way how you play mechs is you flood the board, so Iron Sensei is not that great on a mech board because you only buff one random mech. So yeah, it definitely should be a lower talent tier, and I'm glad they changed it. South Sea Strong Arm, I love it, the change to tier 4, to tier 3. Again, you get a lot of cheap pirates now, you get them faster, you can start buffing them. It's a tier 3 unit, so you get it more often. And it's a very bad discover, like when you go for the tier 4 discover instead of the tier 5 discover. This is probably like the worst tier 4 discover you could even get. When you get the triple and you discover tier 4 unit. This guy is like completely useless. Now it's like a nice cycle pirate on a lower talent tier. I like it. Ripsonary Captain, so that's interesting. They buffed his stats from 3-4 to 4-5. I'm like, whoa. Didn't we already buff the pirates enough? Like, relax. Another pirate buffed. This might be now a little bit too much. Like, pirates already get a lot of buffs, so I think, now we're going a little bit overboard with the pirate buffs. Lightfang Enforcer, I talked about this a lot on my stream. They reverted it to the old Enforcer, back from +2/+1 to +2/+2, right? Because it just is not, the way how you play Battlegrounds is you usually look for triples and then discover tier 5 unit, a tier 6 unit, and then build your comp around that. And Enforcer just is not on the same level as a Baron Rivendell or a Bran or a Genie, any Mama. It's just like too weak. It just feels too weak. And now with +2/+2, this is crazy. I'm a bit worried about Reno Jackson, because if you get a Golden Enforcer now, that's gonna be broken. It might be broken again, because as we can see here with the next card, elementals are getting nerfed. Elementals are rotating and they're getting nerfed. So we will see. But as you can see, they brought this balance patch very quickly. So if there will be like very unbalanced things, I'm pretty sure they will nerf it again. So I'm very confident. Let's just wait and see how this plays out. Genie back to tier 6. Oh yeah, that's funny. I like it. When you see that something didn't work as intended, they nerfed the Genie, but it's still too oppressive. So they're like, screw it, back to tier 6. And yeah, I agree. It's just too strong. It gives you too many resources. You can play it in every lineup just to get like bonus gold if you don't go elementals. But yeah, this is usually the card you want to go elementals. It's too strong. Back to tier 6 you go. Gaara. Well, I disagree with this change. Old 8 attack, 1 health. New is 5 attack, 1 health. I think Gaara was absolutely not a problem. It was the little rag, maybe sometimes Nomi. Major Domo now and Gentle Genie. Gaara was like whatever. Did Gaara had to get nerfed? I don't think so. But yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's a little bit too much. Like changing Genie back to tier 6 and keeping Rag on tier 6, that's a huge nerf. But now on top of it, nerfing Gaara. Maybe on lower ranks, Gaara is a problem. On higher ranks, it isn't. I think it's a bit too much, but yeah, wait and see. They changed the stats back from Rag. They kept it at 7 tier 6, but they reverted the stats back to 4/4. Again, more nerfs to elementals. I'm always a bit worried, because I think this was already enough, just putting Genie back to tier 6. Now they're nerfing the Gaara, and they're nerfing the Rags again. And they're over buffing the pirates. Let's wait and see. So elementals are definitely not gonna be oppressive anymore with all these nerfs. Dread Admiral Eliza. Whenever a friendly pirate gives a friendly minion +1/+1, new whenever a friendly pirate gives attacks gives a minion +2/+1. That's insane. I think pirates are like, even with all these changes, pirates are already gonna be insane. But this is broken. This is definitely broken. I think we will embrace the pirate meta. I hope you guys are ready for the pirate meta, because pirates look absolutely insane. And they're nerfing the counters, of elementals, so elementals will be too slow to outscale pirates. Pirates get insane buff all across the board, the curve, everything. Pirates already got buffed in the previous patch, but now they got buffed again. Elementals are rotating out, elementals is getting nerfed. Armageddon is getting nerfed. You have now one less adept, old battlecry for each different minion type. You have adapt randomly, now battlecry for each different minion type you have among other minions adapt randomly. So basically he doesn't adapt for himself. So one less adept. So basically less counter for the pirates. Elementals getting nerfed, pirates getting buffed, pirates getting more buffed, pirates getting omega buffed, all counters getting nerfed. Poison was already nerfed. Now Armageddon is also nerfed, more poison getting nerfed. Embrace the pirate meta. Great patch so far. I like the changes. I think some tribes got a little bit too much buffed. Some tribes got a little bit over nerfed. But overall, great changes. I like the hero changes especially. I'm really looking forward to playing it tomorrow and streaming it every day. And yeah, playing some pirates. Our patch is top tier. We shall see. Thanks everybody so much for watching. I hope you liked this video and see you guys next time. Peace.